Was your dad sort of a kind of a dad who would play games with you, read you bedtime stories, or different than that?
No, he was different. He was not really the type of, he wasn't long on diaper changing and things like that, but you know, I think maybe he was a little bit more traditional in that regard, but he was very accessible and very available. And you know, I think one of the things that I think about so often is that I never questioned that my siblings and I were his top priority. He never allowed us to. He never allowed us to question that fact because he always made us his top priority. So it doesn't mean he was home every night for dinner. He wasn't. He was working very hard. He was building an enormous business, and he was in the early days of doing that when I was young, and had a lot to prove to himself and to others. And he had big ambitions for himself. So, you know, he wasn't always physically present, but he was always available. So actually, as a little girl, a friend of mine reminded me about this recently, that she used to hang out with me in a janitor's closet where there was a payphone at school, and on recess, I'd go there and I'd call collect to his office. I was probably, you know, 10 years old, and I'd call collect to the Trump Organization, which is hilarious. That
you'd say, "Hi, this is Ivanka."
Calling collect from the Chapin School, and he would pick up the phone every single time, and he'd put me on speakerphone. It wouldn't be a long conversation. He'd introduce me to whoever was in his office, but only in retrospect, I laugh now that it didn't matter who was there. It was colleagues, it was titans of industry, it was heads of countries. He'd always take my call. And he'd always tell everyone in the room how great a daughter I was, and say cute things, and you know, ask me about a test I took. But you know, I think that's really telling of him as a person and a parent. We always came first.